Previously on Chosen Ones, Theo finds Merlin at the Watchtower, learning that the wizard has lost the title of Chosen One. The group goes to tell Estelle about Peter, Brandy taking the chance to obtain Alia's sword, the Thief's Blade. He attunes to it at the pond, discovering the entity it is a conduit to is none other than the audience. Shortly after, Shui teleports our four sparks back to the spot to save Claytor. After spotting the giant shoe Vermona's family travels in near the entrance, Brandy rushes them all inside, managing to locate the crystal structure the nature god was hiding out in. With surprising ease, Avayath heals Claytor. The Asmer asks him if he can assist with his goal of saving the universe, but the god hesitates, saying it might be too dangerous for him to go outside of his divine jurisdiction. He vanishes shortly after, melding into the stone of the mountain to escape the scene unnoticed. The party starts to make their own exit, but they are stopped by none other than Vermona. Preparing themselves for a fight, they are instead surprised to hear what she came to discuss: killing King Larkspur.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll
Brandy is very visibly on guard right now, given what he knows.
Theo would be following Brandy's example in being on edge.
I'm not gonna attack you.
I certainly hope not.
Could you explain where you're coming from? What brought this on?
How the hell'd you find us?
Maybe start with that.
You been following us or something?
Honestly, this was just a coincidence. I was just here with my family. They wanted to visit.
Fucking insight check. I don't believe you. Maybe it is, but I'm just, That's a 7. I'm sure I know the truth.
I actually would like Theo to, because he has never met this woman, so, never seen her ever, I don't think. 23.
Jesus.
She seems to be telling the truth.
Squints.
Theo would just mutter to, his party of she seems to be telling the truth.
I guess fate just wanted us to meet here.
Fate's funny like that, I suppose.
Theo gives a look. I don't know. That's his thing. He,
Fate, that's his thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's his thing, so it gets to him.
Does it really matter why I want to kill him? Isn't that your goal too?
Where'd you hear that?
Even if I don't necessarily do what I'm supposed to, I still get word from the person who gave me these brands.
I mean, it certainly put some of us at ease, knowing why. Don't get me wrong, I'm not usually this on guard with new folks, but knowing what I know about you and what I know about those marks of yours, a little hard to trust right off the bat.
I'm sure you, more than anyone, knows that the capital likes to mix things up a bit in terms of history.
Right. You're saying they covered up some of your history too, then?
More like rewrote it.
How so?
Well, I'm sure we all know about the fall of Wick at this point.
Right.
I did not kill anyone that day, but I sure do have a spark that makes it easy to blame it on. They only really like to talk about one part of that spark, though, so
Oh?
it's a lot scarier when you talk about things in terms of destruction instead of reconstruction. If people knew that I could just put things back together, it'd seem a little silly for me to tear everything apart.
But isn't it true that you're a fallen one?
No, I wasn't.
Is that right?
You don't just become a fallen one. My ability never changed when I became a chosen one into that of a fallen one. You don't start like that. So the rumor that I was born fallen and became fallen immediately, that doesn't line up with how other fallen ones formed. At all.
Should we flashbacks to like Poison Apple Theo? Because he was sure that Theo wasn't born fallen, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he believes her when she says that.
And all those years that folks were saying you were making whole cities and whatnot disappear?
Because I was ordered to.
Bye.
For most of my life, I actually worked under the very person who spread those rumors.
Larkspur?
I didn't have anywhere else to go. The whole country thought I was wicked.
But I saw you kill that jabber.
Briefly. It was out and about where other people were.
So you brought it back?
Not yet. And you see her kind of wave her hand a bit, and as she does so, you can see kind of like the form, like the outline of a jabber start to form next to her. And she's just like, "Do you want it back?"
Okay, you don't need to go any further. No, that's okay. That's all right. Right now. I mean, maybe somewhere else, not here.
She waves her hand again, and the dust settles back down. And you can see now that she's standing here that there is almost like an atmosphere around her that's like constantly, just like a slight mist of like black dust around her. Don't breathe that in.
You're too late. I'm dying.
Well, what about what you did to Claytor?
I was 5 years old, and I had a whole town after me. You think I'm gonna stop and think maybe this mountain's a god?
I mean, I guess that tracks.
But can't you put anything back together?
Yeah. Why didn't you reconstruct that part then?
I didn't know it was a god. I don't even know where he is. Also, I used the part of him that I took out, so I can't reconstruct something once it's already gone. If I change it into something else, it can't go back.
I see.
I learned that the hard way. When I was in Wick, I actually had gone there with my father at the time. And I got very hurt at one point. We didn't know the full extent of how my spark worked. And he said I could use him to fix it for a moment, as long as I put him back later. We didn't know that's not a possibility, even as a chosen one.
I'm sorry to hear that. That's a very unfortunate way to discover that.
Well, I guess I always will have a part of him with me.
And then those brands of yours, you ain't working with Magic Man anymore. So it seems.
No,
Why is that?
don't like being told what to do. I've had enough of that.
Any more reason beyond that, or just you don't like taking orders?
He seems like he wants to keep things the way that they are. The whole structure of things, and seems like it takes a lot of free will away from people. I don't necessarily agree with that.
Quite the opposite. I wouldn't argue he wants to keep things the way they are, but keep things from falling apart.
He's got a whole audience that he's got to keep entertained. That's always what he's concerned about. He doesn't care about any of us.
But if that audience is going to tear our universe apart, then he's trying to keep that at bay, it would seem. I'm not saying you're wrong for not wanting to take orders, but I just think you might not have the full picture. Because there's a lot more devious forces at work within our existence.
I have enough of a picture to know he's not someone I want to work with, even if he decided I was worthy of being worked with. Of being worked on, I guess.
Suppose that's fair. I can't blame you. There are certainly times where I've wanted to go against what he wanted for me, but I held myself back. But you and I have very different life experiences, I would imagine.
I blamed you for a long time. I'm over that, though.
I don't blame you.
Apparently it was supposed to be you who was the chosen one, not me.
Yeah, so I heard.
I didn't even know you were in the city when things happened.
Yeah. I was doing my own thing. I was, looking for a place to, kick the bucket. I'm as surprised to be here as anybody else.
It's been a long time since I've come out of hiding. Couple decades at least. I think the fall of Wick's gonna happen again.
In what sense?
Well, it didn't serve its purpose. Or maybe it did. I guess it was a testing ground for something. To see, I don't even know what, but just to see if something would work. And I guess there wasn't something important enough in place for it to properly work. Sure did kill everyone, though.
And that thing being, that important thing being...
Some kind of cosmic event that I guess they tried to do it without. Tried to see if they could access something through sacrifice without that event happening. Answer was no.
So... yeah, Larkspur tried to get you to,
Oh no, I hadn't done anything at that point. I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. I would have been killed too, except my dad was with me.
Oh, so he... some other person or some other entity killed everybody there?
They had these rooms or something set up underneath the city. And when they went off, everyone just kind of disappeared. All this energy kind of just went up and poof, they were gone.
Brandy looks terrified of that.
But I was I guess, happy discovery for him. Very easy to blame it on. My dad had came with me there because they were trying to figure out a better way to control my spark to begin with. A destructive spark like mine at my age was not exactly ideal. So, especially finding out that I became a chosen one, it was pretty easy to just say, oh, little girl became a fallen one and killed everyone. Oh, you've seen her spark, you've heard the rumors. Her dad was there to try and keep her under control. She killed him too.
I see. I think I know what Larkspur was trying to do now. And I think that has actually put a lot of puzzle pieces together in my mind. Got a feeling he's gonna try that at Aramore. Again.
So, do we have a plan to stop that?
Kill Larkspur before he's got the chance. Probably.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
Yeah, we got some time. In a few months. As far as I know. The only problem is he's working with some real powerful people who probably want to ensure that that goes through without a hitch.
How do we know that killing him will stop everything? We have to have some other plan to figure out how to stop it. Maybe break the runes or something.
I mean, if you evacuate the town and Larkspur isn't around to control anything anymore,
Yeah.
don't even have to worry about breaking any runes.
Right. Only problem is he'd probably do everything in his power to make sure that we, don't get to do that. Who knows?
But if we do stop him, then he wouldn't be able to try again for the next
100 years.
I'd like to stop him permanently, so he never gets that chance again.
I think our best shot might be if we can find proof of any of this that's going on. We might be able to recruit powerful people on our side if he's got powerful people on his side.
That's... good luck with that.
Yeah, easier said than done, unfortunately.
I'm aware it wouldn't be made easy. I just don't have a better idea.
A lot of the powerful people that you might want to recruit may or may not be on your side.
Yeah. I'm sure he's got plenty of folks in his pocket, unfortunately.
Can't say I'm surprised.
Here's the thing. You can go sneak into the capital if you want, and you can kill him. And for a while that'll work. But he's not actually an elf. And you might kill his body, but the important part's still gonna be around somewhere.
Yeah. Gotta get the soul. Gotta get Lemony. That's the hard part.
Who?
Oh, do you not know?
I know his body's fake.
He's, as far as we're aware, he's, the Fae, Lemony.
He's Fae, well, that would explain why he has such a weird body.
Yeah.
Oh, I have an idea.
Yeah?
If killing him won't solve everything, then maybe we could trap him, right?
I mean,
Like how Winona's trapped in the moon.
yeah, it's possible.
If we can trap him someplace like that, it doesn't matter what he'll do, or what he can do.
Yeah, it's just a matter of trapping him in the first place. But God knows how we go about doing that. I can think of a few places, but I don't know.
Some kind of soul container would be useful.
Something like a soul jar, maybe. The spell soul jar.
Soul jar.
Or a soul cage, maybe. The spell soul cage. None of which I can learn, unfortunately, because I'm not.
Shui can learn it.
Ooh.
Because of bard things, but I mean,
Horrible necromancy.
it is horrible necromancy.
Yeah.
And Avayath's like, and I'm cool with it now.
That sounds great to me.
My bard thingy bob will let me like choose it, right, as an option. But like I wouldn't choose it because like I need somebody to show Shui, you know what I mean? Like you can't just like learn it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Ask Arthur. Arthur literally was going to give Brandy a fucking container to put moss in.
I mean, that was gonna be the plan, was like to talk to Arthur about that.
I'm scared to let Arthur know because like I feel like next time he
Arthur's
and
like, we're going to put a soul in a jar. I love it.
No, if he and Abaddon meet, then Abaddon will be like, oh, I see what you want to do. Oh,
Abaddon
okay,
already
okay.
fucking knows. Like, Abaddon is listening to us right now. Like, there's no fucking way that he's not. That would be ideal. Something like that. All of this sounds great on paper. It's just a matter of doing it.
Maybe we could ask Dara how she trapped Winona in the moon. Sorry, I could have said that without like with a straight face because like I feel like Dara would be like, why the fuck would I tell you?
What the fuck?
She's a god. She made it.
She made the moon specific. Can you make like
Can you make another moon to trap Lemony in?
A mini moon?
a mini?
Yeah, a little moon.
Or baby moon?
2 moons. It's a fantasy world. Give it a little baby moon. The moon had a baby.
A little beta moon.
Beta
The
moon?
moon had a baby.
Anyway. How can we be sure that we can trust you in all this? You just said yourself that there are probably a number of powerful people in his pocket. What's to say that you don't turn around and tell him exactly what we're planning?
It took a lot for me to get away from him. I mean, my family helped.
And she kind of gestures with her chin towards where the shoe is.
I don't know what I can say to convince you. I know my reputation precedes me.
It's so upsetting that they lied about you.
But not surprising.
And you're working with the Abergrim, so I've heard.
For now.
He hasn't let you in on any of this?
We haven't really had a chance to talk. He's a little bit busy.
Fair. When was the last time you talked to him, do you know?
A couple months ago.
Give you a fancy sword?
She grins at that and holds out her hand, and you see it form next to her. The greatsword that you had been offered.
Yeah. I figured. Well, I certainly hope that you don't betray our trust. I want to believe you're good people, and I want to believe your story. Especially after everything that I've experienced myself. both through my own life and through the last several months being here.
I'm not pretending to be good people, but I'm also not bad people.
No one's good or bad, we're all just people. I'm not against working with her. What do you think, fellas?
Sounds to me like the world treated her very poorly.
I'm not really sure what to think one way or the other. It's hard to... I don't know who to trust, really, so I don't know what to do one way or the other.
I believe her. I think we should work with her.
To be honest, it doesn't matter who is or isn't on our side right now. Chances are, anything we try to do is already being relayed to the enemy, given who our biggest threat is.
Oh, not right now, no. You mean the blue thing, right?
Furrows brow, very confused.
The plague mask man or whatever.
You know, I know. How do you know not right now?
Because I have something to make sure he's not listening. You think I got away this long just from luck? If the king wanted to find me, otherwise he could find me.
What the hell do you have to keep him off your back?
You see her pull out like this little, this silver pendant looking thing with like an eye kind of in the very center of it, and it is currently closed.
This is called a Cyclops eye. More specifically, it's got something trapped in it, I guess, and when it's closed, that energy puts up some kind of barrier. So we can't be spied on.
I see. Well, that's certainly helpful. You know where we could get ourselves one of those things?
I was gonna ask the same thing.
Well, I stole this one when I was in the capital. He's got a better one, like some kind of gold one that he's got up in his ballroom, I think.
I see. Well, sounds like we need to get in that damn ballroom.
These have a tendency to break, so I'm careful with how often I turn it on and off.
Sure.
And obviously, much more limited range. If you have the gold one, you can put it inside any building. Pretty much the whole building will be covered.
That just keeps anyone from spying on the inside then, yeah?
Anyone and anything does not matter how powerful it is. Even your dear patron can't see us right now.
Gotcha.
Or I guess our dear patron. She rolls her eyes.
This is your chance to cuss him out.
I fucking hate the Magic Man. I'm sick of him. And then my brands light up and I die. I was just pretending not to notice. Fuck you.
Her brands are still definitely lit, but from what the Magic Man said, they're constantly lit. It doesn't matter if he's looking at her. He's probably just assuming she's doing something.
You're doing something fucked up. I just feel it.
See, it makes her job a little bit more difficult, but it's fine. Sounds like we do really need to get in that capital. I wonder how hard it would be to sneak inside.
Not hard if you have me.
Yeah, I suppose. I suppose you would know more about all this stuff than the rest of us do. I've been to a version of that, capital. I don't know how similar it is, so I don't think I could necessarily get us there. But yeah, it'd certainly help if we had somebody who knows the place.
I also have a spark that wouldn't be too difficult to get you in, but you'd have to trust me. Put you back together.
That's fair. I'm not sure we're too keen on that yet. Besides, I think we all have other plans right now. I don't think we're ready to try and do all that just yet. Unless we wanted to.
Licks to everybody.
You want to go to the capital right now? Probably not.
Theo squeezes Brandy's hand.
Yeah.
You're like, shut the fuck up. No.
And then she was like, yeah, no.
Yeah. So out of character, I want to infiltrate so fucking bad.
Fucking literally same. I would do it right now if Cassie wouldn't fucking absolutely like
so
punish us for this.
That sounds so badass.
I guess Avayath would be the one to say, I don't think we're ready for that yet.
Yeah. I don't necessarily think we are either.
We'd pretty much be going in blind.
That's fair.
I got means of contacting folks, though. So I can probably ring you up if Around the time that we are ready.
She gives you a nod to that.
I'm sure I'll be around either way.
Alright. Pleasure to work with you. I hope we can fix this.
I've spent my whole life tearing things apart, and I'd really like to put something back together.
That's fair.
Tips her hat to you.
Well, I shouldn't leave my sister alone with her mom for too long.
Right.
She goes crazy. No, okay, no, sorry.
She was crazy, and we all like jump and pull out our weapons.
Right. Pleasure chatting with you.
Just kind of gives you a small nod again, and she slowly backs away. And as she does so, you watch as she disintegrates and vanishes in the wind.
Brandy breathes a sigh.
Breathes in general now that the dust isn't here.
Like, literally, essentially. He was basically holding his breath the whole time.
Well, how surprising that the history books lied to us once again.
Yeah, not much of a shock there.
Wait till Matrastel finds out about this.
Yeah.
She's going to be like, I was vindictive towards a child yet again.
Oh, that's not why I hated her. I hated her because she was a child.
Just more things, more great things to tell her next time we see her, you know. Theo gives Brandy a look, like a gritted smile.
We should find Miffy, though.
Probably should do that.
God, now, out of character, that makes me wonder, like, what Larkspur's doing. I bet Larkspur's planning to fucking betray Abaddon in some way. Because why the fuck he got the Cyclops eye in his whole castle if he's not pulling some fuck shit? I mean, granted, it could be so nobody else spies on him, but, like, if Abaddon can't even spy on him, that makes me feel like, you know, might be doing some fuck shit to try and betray him, too. I don't know, though. Everybody's trying to betray each other.
No one trusts anyone.
Literally.
Who knows what he wants? Maybe he wants to be super god.
I mean, yeah, I feel like he wants to be, you know, supreme ultra god.
Supreme ultra god.
Yeah. Super god.
Well, you know,
Super duper god.
Abaddon had promised Alia that they would, like, merge.
Right.
Promised.
They're both like, yeah, promise. Oh, yeah, I'm sure it hasn't worked so far.
All merged.
Literally, I feel like all three of them were trying to betray each other, but they just happen to be like, they're like, yeah, we're definitely a team. We'll definitely work out. Teamwork.
Right, you got three big bads. And
literally, they're all definitely working together.
Just fucking Abaddon being like, turn on your location. Like,
yeah, literally.
I just want to talk.
I just want to talk. Turn off your Cyclops eye. I just want to talk.
I mean, but come on. Like, he knows where else would Lemony be other than the capital. You know what I mean? Like, he could just walk there.
I mean, yeah. But, like, that's the thing is, like, Lemony could be saying anything or planning anything while he's, you know.
That's also why, because Ripley was like, I can just scry on my sword. And I'm like, well.
Cool, thanks. Anyway.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. Alright, we should go find Miffy.
Alright, let's go. Miffy!
You guys can roll perception checks if you would like to try and find where Miffy is here.
I'd fucking hate to. Here we go.
Oh, that's a 9.
I also rolled a 3.
We both rolled 3s.
You're about to leave with no Miffy.
28.
Wow, we all rolled 3 except for Shayna.
Thank God for Theo.
Literally, I would have been like, you can't find him. Like,
I don't know, he's gone. I don't know.
Avayath, Shui, and Brandy are distracted because as you are like walking through trying to find Miffy over near the zipline area, you can just hear very, very loud screaming followed by like a Miffy! It looks like Zyri and Libris are doing the zipline right now.
Oh my god. Is the very loud screaming Zyri?
Yeah.
Yes.
God, what I would give to see Zyri like that right
Theo's
now.
Theo's laughing. If he can perceive that, he's giggling to himself.
It looks like Zyri is like spinning on the zipline, like he got caught at some point and is like trying to untangle himself. And Libris is literally floating next to him, like not attached to anything. Like,
yeah, that's not a surprise.
Theo giggles to himself, like with a hand like in front of his, mouth, trying to like
You can see Theo with your perception that like she is the one spinning him to tangle him. He's like trying to get out.
Okay, Theo points that out to Brandy. He's just like giggling to himself.
Brandy chuckles too.
Looks like they're having a good time.
Staff is desperately trying to get them to stop. Like,
Yeah, definitely a fun time.
Remember when we did that, Yaya?
remember when we pushed Arthur? And he screamed like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that must be embarrassing for Zari. Let's pretend we didn't see this.
I'm so
I'm not gonna pretend that.
He's like upside down, shirt like almost off of his body. Like,
Oh yeah, I'm so bringing this up to him next time I see
You
you.
got okay.
100%.
at some point he gets undone and is like hanging by just his foot on the strap somehow, and Staff is screaming for him to like get back up.
Now Theo's cringing, like, ooh, maybe?
No, I'm sure it's fine.
Maybe he needs help. And Libris is just like waving to them like, oh, I got it, it's fine. Because Staff is so busy with that right now, you can see Miffy is like running to go help.
Ah, Miffy's right there.
He's like underneath where Zyri is, like in case he falls.
Guess we're saying hi after all.
Apparently.
As you make your way over, Miffy's got those, like, what is it? Like, those traffic things, like when you wave planes in, to try and direct a staff member who looks like they've cast, like, levitate on themselves or something and is trying to untangle Zyri.
Hi, Zyri.
He almost had pulled himself back up, and the second he recognizes your voice, he's like, oh shit! And he drops it, and he's hanging by his foot again.
Theo once again is like, ooh.
And you see at that Libris, like, goes under him and, like, gently starts to move him up to, like, help him. And she looks down and smiles and waves at everyone and is like, hi! And Shui flips her off.
Yeah.
Shui pulls a sword out.
Come down, Libris. I just want to say hi.
Hey, look, I can draw my sword. Watch.
Hi, Miffy.
What? You spook him. He was very focused on trying to be like, no, to the right. Like, as the staff member was trying to levitate over. He turns to look towards you and he's just like, oh, Shui, hey!
So, we have some news for you.
You're all back so soon.
Probably want to talk somewhere more private, considering what the news is pertaining to.
I wouldn't worry about Zyri up there.
Yeah, he's probably fine.
He's really far away, by the way. It's like 100 feet drop. It, like, you could hear his, like, oh shit, like, echo throughout the mountain. Oh shit.
Yeah, he's probably fine. If you want to go, chat somewhere more private, might be a good idea.
Oh, sure. Let me find a different staff member to just take over down here in case we have an accident.
Oh, he'll be fine, don't worry about
Well, I could help him out. I can
it.
fly.
Oh, don't worry about it, it's okay.
Are you okay? Do you have it handled?
Libris just waves a hand and she's just like, he has feather fall. He's fine. He's just being a big baby. And he's just like, stop spinning me.
Zari casts Feather Fall and Libris casts Counter Spell. Zari fucking dies.
So funny.
Come on, do it. Cast feather fall. Come on, Zyri.
You're just gonna counterspell it. Stop.
Oh.
Miffy gets someone to take his spot, and then they take you back towards probably the staff cabin, like a break room.
So, we got good news.
Oh?
Fixed your, your problem.
Claytor?
Yeah, it's all better now.
Oh, I should go see him! And he starts to, like, move out towards the door.
He...
Hold on.
Huh?
He left as soon as possible.
He already left?
He may have. We don't... I wouldn't say we know for sure, but it seemed like he had some work he needed to get done now that he was, not in danger of dying immediately.
Probably just wanted to take a breather after being trapped in one place for so long. Didn't want to stay there, understandably.
Yeah. I mean, the mountain's still here, so, he's probably still here. Just, maybe doing something.
You could always send a prayer. He might answer.
You're right.
And I mean, I can like get in contact with him for you if you need. I know praying is all well and good, but I can like probably like call him.
Oh, okay. I would have liked to say goodbye.
We kind of got into a panic when we got here. We were a little worried that he might be in trouble if we didn't get to him fast. Luckily, that wasn't the case. We were mistaken, and everything was fine.
That's good.
He may still be there. I'm sure, if you asked him, he'd be happy to show up again.
I mean, I've never talked to him outside of the cave, so I don't know. I've never tried to just pray to him because he couldn't answer.
I mean, never hurts to try now, right?
Sure. And Miffy closes his eyes and like puts his hands together.
Oh, right now. Oh, okay. Gotcha. No, yeah.
And sent. No, I'm just kidding.
And prayed.
Does he usually answer right away? Do people answer right away when you pray normally?
Not normally, but I can always feel his holy presence whenever I pray to him.
Can you?
My friend, he was gonna say in the moon, but he just says, my friend says that she can hear them, but can't always respond.
I don't really pray. I just, call. So.
Well, praying is also calling. I'm just saying they can definitely hear it.
It's not. It's
Totally,
very
definitely.
different. I can definitely
not.
I can directly talk to him right now if I wanted to, Avayath.
He said that he felt my presence. He said that.
I'm pretty sure he
I
didn't
don't think
say
he
that.
did.
Yeah, he.
I'm pretty sure he specifically did
Bullshitting.
not say that, Avayath.
I'm pretty sure he specifically said he couldn't.
Oh, he's bullshitting then.
Yeah, literally.
Look at those brothers, like, bickering.
Literally, though.
No, he absolutely
I'm
did.
pretty sure he said he just felt his energy being sapped off him like you were a leech.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he just said you were like leeching off of him or something.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
that's
think
him feeling the intent of the prayer. He can.
I don't
he
know
still
if
gets
that's
the
true.
prayers.
I just think.
Yeah, no, it's
no,
definitely.
yeah, that's definitely. Yeah, you're right. You're right. No,
Yeah.
what do I know? Anyway.
Theo laughs at you guys.
With that, well, I think we were wondering about you potentially wanting to come back with us to, the place we mentioned with all the other sparks.
Oh, right. You said there was someone who looked like me there?
Yeah, her name's Essence, and I think she might be happy to see you, if what we're thinking is true. As well, we were thinking if you were up for it, obviously, we need some help finding something. And you might be the perfect person to help us out with that.
Help you find something?
Yeah, we're trying to, fix a lot right now. And having someone who knows whose spark is so strong, ability to just find whatever, no matter where it is just extremely, extremely handy. So it could help us out a lot.
Sure. I guess if there isn't, I guess there isn't a reason for me to stay here anymore.
He kind of looks around in the cabin sadly.
If you're feeling pressure, I wouldn't want to force you to do anything.
Yeah, obviously.
No, it's okay.
I know what it's like for someone to show up and, whether they mean to or not, guilt you into doing things. So, really, if you have doubts about us, you really don't have to.
I mean, it'd be nice to meet someone who maybe knows something about me.
We don't know for certain, but she's been through a lot lately.
Shot in the dark, but it seems like there's a pretty solid connection there, as far as we can tell.
Worth a shot. He's just like wringing his hands nervously,
Yeah.
but still like smiling. Like,
It's up to you, ultimately.
well, I mean, I kind of just showed up here and almost demanded a job, so.
Right. You should probably put in your 2 weeks notice then. Let them know that you're not, gonna show up or.
What? A 2-week notice?
I guess that doesn't exist yet. Never mind. Don't worry about it. I'm sure they won't notice.
Miffy, who is secretly running everything,
Yeah, I'm sure this place won't fall apart without you.
as you step away from the fucking spot, it explodes behind you.
It was actually on a volcano.
That was what Claytor was busy with, is reactivating the volcano.
Time to kill everybody here.
He did say, I give my power to anyone who asks.
Wanna head back then?
Let me just get my stuff. And maybe say goodbye to Avayath's parents. Probably, that'd be a good idea.
Yeah, probably.
You don't have to mention that I came back. You could just say bye. We can go. It'd be a little weird.
Well, you don't want to see your parents, Avayath?
Well, it'd just be a little weird to come back and say, okay, bye again. It's just they don't need to know.
Wow, visiting home and not even seeing your parents. Interesting.
Brandy, don't make this complicated.
No, I'm just saying, if I had folks, I would have, I'd probably just say hi and bye to them any chance I got. They're your family, so.
Okay, fine. I'll talk to my parents.
No,
again.
I'm just kidding. Stop. Don't. grab him by the wing.
Instead of 10 minutes, it's 10 hours of talking.
I'm just kidding. Just fucking with you to fuck with you. Stop.
It's been 5 minutes. What'd you do to your hair and your body?
Darling, look at you.
Glowing.
Your whole body's different.
I love what you've done with your armor.
Did you die?
I'd have to disown you.
Did you come back to life, too?
Two. Boss music starts playing.
Necromancy's a no-no.
Except when your father does it.
Oh.
Anyway.
You wait for Miffy to go gather up his stuff and says goodbye to Avayath's parents. And then comes back and is just like, I said goodbye to Mr. and Mrs. Larkspur, so I'm ready to go.
Theo just cringes a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Larkspur, right. Let's go.
Let's not call them that again.
What do you want me to call him? Mr. and Mrs. Abadup?
Alrighty. Let's hit the road then. Yeah, Shui?
Okay.
He forgot that he's the one who teleports for a second.
No, he was looking at Libris.
Got something you wanna say to Libris there?
No, it can wait. I'll see her again.
Are you sure? Probably gonna be gone a while.
No, it's...
Shui.
She's enjoying her time. With Zairi.
Yeah.
Whatever I say, it might... ruin the mood.
I mean, if you're sure. But again, we might be gone for a while, so. But if you think it can wait, I suppose.
Shui puts a hand on his chest as if he's like kind of feeling for Ibishu's kind of presence, because Winona is who is important to Ibishu. Fine, it'll just take me a second. I'll be right back.
Alright, if you need any of us to be there with you, we'd be happy to go.
He shakes his head. No. Oh yeah, okay. Thanks.
Alright.
He's gonna run off to locate Libris and her +1.
It looks like they're done with the zipline now. Very, very done.
Wow, really? Why?
Very done with the zipline. Banned from the zipline. But it looks like they're going towards where you've done the sledding before.
So he goes up and he just kind of stands there a little awkwardly.
They're waiting to get a sled, so they're in line.
He goes up to Libris, still kind of maintains this. He doesn't go kind of right at her. He just kind of does keep 8 feet of space. Master Libris.
She was waiting in line with Zairi and was talking to him and was just being like, oh, you're being a big baby. You were only hanging for 30 minutes. She looks over to you when you speak up and she brightens up immediately and it's just like, oh, Chewie, you're still here. I thought you and your friends were just stopping by for something.
Yeah, we were actually about to go, but I need to talk to you for a second.
Oh, sure. She's still arms hooked with Zairi. And Zairi looks down at her and is just like, I'm pretty sure he means alone. Oh. Okay. And she unhooks her arm. And he's like, I'll get your sled. And waits in line as she starts to walk away with you.
So they get to a little spot that's kind of private. It doesn't have too many people around. With his back to her, he's just like, I know you're supposed to be having a good time with Zairi, but I don't know when the next time I'll get to tell you this is. You know, you've been lying to me. And I know that you did it to protect me. But, and then he kind of turns around to face her. And he pulls out his sword and he unsheaths it.
She takes a step back.
I talked to Ibishu, and he told me what's going on, and that he was the one who had a hold of my memories of you and who I was before I became Shui.
You saw that when you pulled that blade out, there was like very clearly an instance of fear on her face as she took a step back. But then as you keep talking, she seems to look almost like saddened by what you're saying. I'm guessing you don't have your memories all the way back then?
He shakes his head.
Right. Or else you wouldn't be here right now, so...
I promised Ibishu that I'd find a way to get him out of the moon. To free him from that prison. Where the other you is, right?
Where I am, yes?
I was, and I think I still am, a little upset with you for keeping everything from me. And I know I probably shouldn't feel that way, because I know you were doing it for a good reason. But I think I'm tired of my life not being my own. I think you might be able to relate to that.
I didn't leave. Well, I did leave on purpose.
She kind of looks down sadly at that again.
The type of magic that I use has a cost. And I don't always know the cost until I've already done something. Initially, I thought what I was doing would have something similar happen for you, where there could be a person or another version of you down here like I'm doing. We could have fun. It doesn't seem like that happened, though. It seems like all of you came down.
She says with a grimace.
And unfortunately, I learned that if you do get your memories back all the way, you'll be sent back where my body is. Which isn't fun for anyone, is it?
Right. And he takes a breath, closes his eyes, and then he kind of like steels himself. Which is why I wanted to tell you, personally, even if you might try to stop me. And then he looks at her. I'm going to get Winona out of the moon.
You see her eyes go wide at that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, no. She's like shaking her head. Let's not get hasty.
She doesn't deserve to be up there for the rest of her life.
She doesn't remember that she agreed to it, so...
I get to come out and have a good life. She said that she's okay with that. A long time ago. She probably doesn't remember anymore. But we did agree to it.
You know what that reminds me of? It sounds like Master Peter and the Apigram. He agreed to being merged with him, right? But that doesn't mean he wants to be merged with him forever. He suffered too. I don't think
There's a problem.
I don't think he's no.
I'm not fucking done talking, bitch. Shut up.
I don't think you understand how much pain Winona is going through up there, all alone.
I do, a little bit. I feel it sometimes. But there is a problem. Again, with the way that my magic works, so that everything comes at a cost and all that. Something has to be in the moon. Someone has to be there. They have to. So, if not me, then someone else.
How do you get another person in the moon?
I don't know. I don't know how anything works, really. I just make things happen and then hope for the best.
What if... light bulb. He's like, what if you put a really, really bad person in the moon instead? Could you do that?
Maybe. But you have to agree to it. I agreed to it originally, and that wasn't fun for a lot of reasons. I thought it would solve things because, well, 2 people wanted me very badly, and I thought maybe just going away was the better option, so then the fighting and the war and everything would stop. I guess it did, but let me tell you, being alone all the time in a dark space forever sucks.
How the fuck do you think Winona feels, you fucking bitch?
In her brain, she's like, well, that's me, and we said yes. Like, she's like, I agreed with myself at the time.
Oh my god. Do you know what's going on with our world?
A little bit. Yes, I do.
King Larkspur is trying to destroy this world and make a new one. We want to stop that from happening.
You're doing a great job.
Killing him won't stop things forever. But trapping him somewhere where he can't influence the rest of the world, that might.
You have to get him to agree to it, though. Is the problem. You have to agree to it.
Maybe I'll talk to my friends about it and see if that's even possible. Ibishu really does treasure you. He doesn't want me to get my memories back either.
Well, he probably doesn't want to go back in the moon.
No, it's not that. He doesn't want to hurt you. Whether it's in the moon or not.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, he's not selfish like some people. Stop.
He's not a heartless bitch like some people.
So he stands there for a little bit longer, and then he'll rush forward and give her a hug. For Ibishu, not for Shui, for Ibishu. And this is for Ibishu.
She hesitates for a moment before she very slowly kind of like wraps her arms around you and hugs you back.
She's like, well, this is for both of you.
Okay. Well, I'll let you get back to Zaire. I have to get my friends home.
Okay.
She seems like uncomfortable with this conversation.
We should try to talk about this again, maybe a different time. I know firsthand how hard it is to talk to family, especially when it's something you really believe in.
Okay, he says. And he stands there again for a little while longer, awkwardly, and waves, and they just kind of runs back in the direction of his friends.
And then you see her turn and looks like when she's running, she's not even like touching the ground as she's going back to where Zaire is.
Mm-hmm.
She's still barefoot, just out here.
Back.
So I'm just saying, the Sparks kind of sounds like a good name for like our group. Like if we wanted to name ourselves something, like, you know, I know there are other Sparks, but like the Sparks, like we're the, you know, the ones that are.
Do we really want to feel that important?
I mean, but we kind of are that important is the thing about it, right? I know maybe we don't want to feel like it, but we kind of are.
It comes off as egotistical thing.
Oh, what, you, Avayath, the undead slayer, the fucking hero of whatever?
Oh, I'm not the Spark. I'm not Avayath the Spark, though. I'm just
You're
like...
Avayath, the undead slayer.
Yep,
the undead
I did that.
Oh, but nobody else has ever done that?
Well,
Nobody else has ever killed undead? You're the undead slayer?
that's different.
Oh, how so? Go on.
The Spark, there's a lot of Sparks. Not everyone is undead slayer.
Yeah, but not everybody wants to be a Spark, so we're like
taking...
taking...
Avayath the person. Like, there's a lot of... Everyone's
All
a
right,
person.
well, come on now. That's fine, whatever.
It's just
whatever.
too vague.
Yeah, then
I
what?
like the idea. Like, we could... But just something
Anyway,
a little
Shui's here now.
Alright, Shui.
more... Oh, hi.
Theo pats Shui's back with giving him a look of like, thank God.
How'd your talk go, partner?
I don't know. I told her how I felt, and I told her that I planned on getting Winona out of the moon. But you know what? She told me that the way her magic works, there's always a cost. It was because of that magic that Winona's in the moon, and she's here with us. She said that if I got Winona out of the moon, somebody has to take her place and be trapped in the moon too.
And who do we know who needs to be trapped? And Theo does a little tap on his chin.
Well, that sounds like it might work out great for us then.
I thought the same thing, but they have to agree to it is the problem.
So did Winona agree to it?
She said, or Libris said, yeah, to stop Dara and Solari from fighting over her. She agreed to go into the moon, but Libris has the memories, not Winona. So she doesn't remember that.
That's a very extreme solution.
So we'd have to convince Larkspur to go up in the moon. I mean, did she say that it has to be unmagically inclined, or just got to agree? Because there are some spells that we can employ that could get some folks to agree to certain things like that.
I didn't think to ask, really.
We can clear that up later, I suppose, but it doesn't matter right now.
It's typically a bit difficult to charm Fae, I think, but it's worth considering.
Yeah, that's true. We can figure something out. We can figure something out.
Sony, what were you guys talking about? What were you guys talking about before I came here?
Oh, Shui, you really don't.
Still trying to figure out a team name.
Why are you trying to come up with a team name again?
I don't know. I just thought it'd be nice. To have something to call ourselves, because...
Yeah, it'd be cool.
It'd just be, I don't know, it'd be kind of cool, It's fine, we don't have to. It was just an idea. It was stupid anyway. It's fine. Anyway, we're gonna go back to the compound?
Yeah, ready when you are. He says he's holding out his hands.
It took me a second to process what you said. It was just like...
Animal Crossing speech.
That's what Theo heard in the last 10 minutes.
Just back and forth for 10 minutes.
Okay, let me roll to get back to the compound. If I roll like a 97 or higher, something like that, it fails.
So don't roll a 97 or higher.
78.
Okay.
I was scared.
I thought you were about to say.
I thought you were about to be like, 97.
Alrighty, and you all with Miffy teleport back to the compound.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for listening to another episode of Chosen Ones. Just a reminder that we have switched to using Tumblr as our main source of social media for posting text and image-based announcements. You can find the link in our description. And if you haven't already, make sure to like the episode, leave a comment, and subscribe. A big thanks to our fantastic high-tier patrons, Travis, Alyx Solana, EpiAureum, Homunculus Derelictus, JokerDino, Keilan, Bubby, Zam, Z.Gutz, Claytor, and Mr. Bakudan. We'll see you soon, fellow Sparks.
We still gotta fucking get through this bitch and talk to Miffy.
Out of the way, bitch.
What a strong start. I would love it if this is the one time that Avayath cursed ever in the fucking game. Just like,
Out of my way, bitch. I've gotta get to Miffy.
I'm busy.
We're trying to speed run to the end of the game.
I got better things to do.
Summer is coming for Mona. No. It'll be too hot soon. No.
What don't you understand?
Anyway, good cold open, everyone.
it's a great one. That one's good.